Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump in the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here on our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some really cool emotes. If you are interested in playing any of our games, we do have an open slot available for Friday early, where we're trying to get 2 new players in there in order to start off a brand new campaign. If you're interested in any of that, be sure to reach out to me and let me know. All right, Tosha, tell us what happened last session.
Last time, we made our way out of Phelan as we decided to use a teleport with using some items that we had from some of the earliest adventures we had up by the Copia Lake, as our goal was to get to the Festerwill pool. Upon arriving there, Yanni decided to scout up ahead, considering we know that above the Copia Lake is an Empire checkpoint, and it looks like that garrison was being much more heavily defended. The party talked together, debating between do we go to Tasselwa and get smuggled across or YOLO it across the mountains. I'm pretty sure you know which one won. As we hopped in our ghost ship and started making our way through the mountain range. Until someone tempted fate and we got caught up in a storm, barely surviving and barely avoiding crashing into a mountain at full speed, while some of us were cheering for it. We made our way out of the storm and we were much deeper into the mountains than we thought we would be, as it pushed us easily a day or more off course. Searching around with about 5 hours left before sunrise, we found a unnaturally flat mountain area where we landed. Upon which we found that there was an elf asking what we were doing there, and we discovered that this was the ruins of the Pallid Grove. Through conversations and Miriam eventually mentioning the city of Singorn, as well as other happenings in the area, we were let inside, except for Jethro and Yanni. Yanni being not allowed inside due to things that were said, and Jethro deciding to stay with her. Inside, we met the person who was talking to us, gave us their name of do Zero Cthulhu, which translates roughly to speaks with the weave, as well as the current wielder of the Star Razor, Zast, who seemed to have a large chip on her shoulder and was very eager to go and fight the Empire. We later learned that it is because the Empire killed her father, which is becoming a common occurrence. If we had a gold for every time, we'd have a lot of gold. During which she turned into a small mouse, hopped on the back of Tulsh's leg, and came with us into Zero Cthulhu's little hut, where she wanted to have us take her with her so she can go and fight the Empire. Us, knowing very well exactly what the Empire was like, told her no. And when she explained it was because a Volshucker killed her father, a necromancer one, we're like, no. It takes all of us to take down one, and you alone would not handle it. To which point she challenged Miriam to an honor duel, to which Bernie then said, if you're fighting one of us, you're fighting all of us. And now we're in an honor duel situation. Let's hope everyone has death wards.
All right. So, as you all have made this deal, you watch as she walks out of the tent all of you are in, and immediately guards begin moving over, questioning how she got in there, and she will loudly proclaim, these travelers to our land have decided that we will have an honorable duel, and if I win, they all will tell me where the front line of the battlefields are, and I can pursue my destiny.
The second she finishes saying that, Patry dashes out, at least she attempts to dash out, and goes for a stunning strike.
That is not an honorable duel.
As you move out
They
here,
do not give a fuck about honors, believe me, honey.
as that happens, you see 3 of the guards all dive in front of her and crossing their blades, stopping you from moving. She'll rotate and look.
Patry? We haven't started the duel yet.
Do you think enemies give a damn about honor?
Some do.
And if they do or do not, we made a deal. Honorable duel.
Yeah. We did. Although I will say that you were the one who brought the duel onto the table.
The acceptance has been had.
Sure, just putting that out there so everyone knows. We did not come here to start a fight, but we don't usually back down from one that's been forced upon us.
We will set terms to the battle. Me, as the challenger, will set only one term. You, as the challenged, will be granted 2. Follow me. She begins walking through the encampment, and individuals seem to be very, well, confused as of now, and some of them seem eager to watch the battle be had, and others seem to be, well, a little skittish about fighting to occur with these strangers from outside. What are the terms that you proclaim?
No killing.
What other terms?
Well, make up your term first, and then we'll do our second one after that.
That is not customary. You choose your 2, I choose my 1.
Look over to Bernie and whisper, I think everyone should have a death ward where if it breaks, you're out.
Well,
And that way, well, some cultures find it dishonorable if you hold back in a fight.
well, that's why I said no killing. It doesn't mean we will hold back. It simply means that any downed opponent or anyone who looks too weak to withstand another strike will not be targeted with lethal force.
Magic doesn't give a damn. Remember? There is no non-lethal magic.
Well, then you'll have to come up with something. But yeah.
Yeah, all of you can discuss with yourselves. I mean, you do have a 4v1 against her. Create your rule. Keep in mind, none of you in character know anything about the Blade Song.
Yeah.
I don't eat at all.
That's good.
We're gonna do this like a video game where we're a group of people and we go at the protagonist thing one by one.
Any other suggestions?
Aside from the Death Ward thing, I don't know enough about them to know anything.
Well, that's
Yeah, usually in duels that I remember, it's just make sure that you don't kill the person.
Yeah, well, there are, of course, lethal duels as well, but...
Yeah.
But, yeah, that sounds Fair enough with the death ward idea then.
So
Before
your
we
first
settle-
one is death wards for all. Once it is procced, the duel ends for that individual and they are out.
Sure.
Sure.
When will we have this duel?
Now,
Oh, okay. Seems we are at a bit of a disadvantage, having just had to come through a storm and already use much of our energy to deal with that.
well, you all made it sound that 4 of you would be enough for me, regardless.
Fair enough.
Would
We
your
did do
other
that.
rule be that you bring in your other 2 companions?
Sure, if they are willing.
Do you all agree to that last rule? All 6 of you versus me?
I can agree to that.
Technically 8 as I pull out my skeletons.
That is fine by me. Your sheer numbers mean very little.
How does she react to seeing the skeletons?
She seemed a little on edge, but no more than she already is. Bernie, with your expertise and insight, you see her left hand is shaking, but this is not a scared shaking. This is a adrenaline shaking of someone who has never experienced massed combat and fighting before, or at least doesn't have a lot of it. It's very
Right.
familiar to non-veteran soldiers.
Right.
Then my one rule is simple. She'll raise her blade over to you, Mirian. There will be no stopping of one's spells.
Of any means or just counterspell?
Any means. No means of stopping one's spells.
To clarify,
Wow,
does-
you really want to be unrealistic, do you?
In reality, I would sleuth through the night unseen by them and slit their throats where they lay.
to clarify, does that mean dropping concentration as well?
No stopping of one's spells. If you
Right.
stop a spell, you're out.
So,
you know, if you think you're so strong, you wouldn't have to worry about your spells being stopped.
Well, to be clear, are we, in this instance, talking specifically about stopping spells as they are being cast, or stopping or removing spells that are already in effect as well?
Stopping spells that are being cast, removing them that are in effect. If I have
Well-
to fight against 6 individuals head on, I want one advantage. I'm zealot, I'm not stupid.
Well, there's a fine line. I should know.
Well, if I knock you flat on your ass, it's not going to be my fault that your spell stopped.
I'd love to see you try. So,
LMAO bet.
go get your companions. I will be over in our fighting pit.
Well, this is
Alright.
going to be fun.
Yeah.
Can't use counterspell, can't use temporal shunt.
No, but at least everyone has a death ward.
Yeah.
Let's go get them and basically tell them an honor duel has been declared, and it's a no holds bar fight. Everyone will have death ward. with the stipulation of you cannot cancel spells. And we'll go get them.
All right. So, you all walk out to the campfire where you see Yanni and Jethro are seated.
Oh, we're in the middle of cooking right now.
Yep.
Hey, you're back. We just finished up the first couple of kebabs. You want some?
Later, well, for me later. We've been challenged to an honor duel.
Wow, that was quick.
It's literally been like 30 minutes.
There's one in there that is very zealot about going to war. If we win this duel, she will give it up and not go out and die.
I mean,
They really learned from the last experience. I'm glad wisdom really comes of age.
As you say that, Zero walks out, moving as quickly as her elderly legs and walking stick allow her to. What is the meaning of all of this?
What, cooking?
I don't know. Ask your Zas girl lady.
How did she sneak in there?
Well, she turned into
I
a
don't know.
mouse
Ask
and
that Zas girl
climbed.
lady.
She turned into a mouse and climbed up on Tulsa's leg and snuck into the tent with us.
You all, she is too young and inexperienced to be a soldier.
Which is why she won't win.
You all have to ensure you win.
We will.
If I'm being all honest here, it doesn't even sound like she's trying to be a soldier. She just sounds like she wants to go kill things. Why are we fighting this psychopath?
Yeah. In fact, why don't we just all hang out here?
And enjoy some kebabs.
Yeah.
Because that is basically forfeiting, and she'll just prove her point.
What's
her
the point to be proved?
Yeah.
In an honor duel that she wins, and then she gets the right to go do such.
Cool, she won.
The pallid elves are a dying breed.
Whew, yeah, because you guys don't attribute to it yourself.
She glares over at you. If your
Oh.
mother was not a traitor to our people, you would
My
understand.
mother was
all
from
this.
Wildmount. I think
That's
you're
all-
thinking of someone else.
Then why would you bring her conversation up to us? Bring her name up to us.
Why would you just assume she's a traitor?
Because everybody who left us and produced a child that sounds like you betrayed our people.
Let's all just calm down and have one honor duel at a time, shall we? And you guys can settle this afterwards.
Yeah. The rules are simple. Everyone has a death ward, and there is no canceling of someone else's magic, period. No counterspell, no dispel magic, nothing like that.
No breaking of concentration.
Assumed so.
I mean, it's a good thing that she sounds like she's a warrior instead of like a mage or something then.
But wait, if I can't break concentration, how am I supposed to knock her flat in her
No, you
ass?
can break concentration. You just can't stop a spell.
That's what we were trying to clarify, but the way
Yeah.
she said it in character didn't
Yeah.
make that.
Yeah. She was. You can break concentration, no problem. You just cannot stop a spell.
Okay.
So
Okay.
You can't dispel
Oh,
magic.
okay.
You can't counterspell it. You can't temporal shunt it. If somebody casts a spell.
You have to let it resolve.
Yeah. Once again, a good thing. Sounds like she's more of a warrior than a mage.
She is very
anything.
young. Please understand, her heart is led with fury from her father.
We've dealt with one like that before. Well, more grief than fury,
How-
but
How did you deal with it?
we've found her father and saved him. He was in the Shadowfell.
Oh, that's good.
That is not possible with her father.
I still think we go with Jeffro's plan and, just don't go back in there. have her sit in an arena, and then like I guess you won. Honor dictates, but we don't have to do anything.
We've already accepted an honor duel,
Like-
and
Well, here's the thing. I'm willing to join you on this, Burren, because I'm sworn to you. I'm here helping you out and everything. I'm not going to drag Yanni into this if she doesn't want to.
of course, none of you are being forced into partake in this. We're simply asking you.
All right. Yanni, apparently I got to go do a thing. You think you can finish the kebabs without me and the mashed peas there?
Fine, let's just beat up this elf.
I mean, it might
I
be
second
cathartic.
that motion.
It's fine. Get it over with.
Alrighty.
All right. Just and he turns to basically what he figures as the bitch elf. I think it's not Zast, the old one who keeps insulting Yanni.
No.
Zero.
Yeah. Right. Quick question about this so young elf that we're apparently fighting. So did none of you try maybe helping with this behavior before this got to this point, or
We
is this
have been
just
training her in the art of meditation and contemplation ever since she came back here after her father was killed. Her heart is filled with nothing but rage. You have to understand, she watched her father die by the hands of the Volstruckers. She knows all that they did to her entire lineage, everyone in her family, and she watched it firsthand.
okay?
We've tried
Um,
meditation. It's just
That's
she's
Oh.
very young and doesn't grasp it yet.
right.
She's not even 100.
Sure. I'm not even 100 either. Just for future reference, since we're gonna have to do this, meditation's great and all that, but what really kind of helps, at least in my experience, is the kindness, the warmth of someone, being there to provide like comfort and a hand.
We have tended to our community properly.
So you say, and yet here we are.
Yeah, you're
And
stuck here.
With that, Jethro then just kind of walks past her.
She just shakes her head as all of you move past.
Out of character, am I wrong? With
the
No.
assumptions you were making, no.
With the little time I lived in Singorn, that doesn't mesh with culture, right? What he just said.
Elves are not particularly nurturing towards one another in Singorn, but Pallid elves are different. You just don't know how, because
Okay.
you're not in that.
They're pallid instead of regular elves. They're
Well,
pallid.
they moved out on their own. They created their own small community instead of a massive city. So,
As walking by, Tosh will stop. Like, after this, she'd give it up if she loses, but even though she'll keep her word, her heart will still ache, and she'll need someone even more than.
Right, and I will like to just have another term among all of us that I'll say if, but when we win, don't go rubbing it too much in our face. That'll just breed more bitterness and hate.
Of course not.
Gotcha.
Also, if we find that one that's killed her father, let's agree to bring him back here so she can have the vengeance she needed, just like Lily needed for her.
I mean, are you sure? Jethro's kind of listening to this. So vengeance is fine and all that, but that's just more hate. Like there was nothing else that helped who this Lily person. Oh yeah, that was your sister, right? Looks to Marion.
Yes.
Yeah, the nothing else you did helped this Lily other than vengeance. All just pure violence. Nothing else you guys did.
It's closure.
Different people need different solutions.
Oh no, I just feel like if she's young and you're just having her kill more things, that's always going to be her solution. But that's just me. I'll be quiet.
Look, if I could, I would, and had her father's body, I'd try to bring him back for her. But I'm not strong enough to do it without a body yet.
Zero will look towards you all. They took the body of every blade singer they slayed when they are here. More than likely they took his as well. I have no idea what they did with them.
That's not good.
If we ever find them in our travels, will he promise to bring him back here for a proper burial?
No.
No? Very well.
Hang on a moment. I just received a sending from, Fordrum, the dwarf.
Yes?
He's with those other guys, we've been. He just told me that they've dealt with the twos. Not entirely sure what that is, but
Oh, thank God.
apparently the woman is alive, but she's given up her position as a Volstrucker. And good day. Yep. That's
That's a revelation.
right. I'll just give him a brief rundown of what we've been up to lately.
After the fight, you don't want to waste any spells.
No, I'm just replying to the sending.
It's sending. You get a free reply. You can reply to this message.
Exactly. And I'll say to Tulsa telepathically as well, and you do not know how long my telepathy ranges.
So, Yanni, Jethro, you can move yourselves now down into the pits.
Don't worry, old lady. We'll serve this last chick some humble pie. It'll be delicious. Blueberry, even.
I hope you all can break through to her. It is of legendary importance that every blade singer has made a name for themselves if they wielded one of these blades. She believes, since she is accepted by it, that is her purpose. I do not know what her purpose is since the blade accepted her, but her purpose cannot be to run down there and just die.
I don't know what a blade singer is, I guess, but warriors from the past always find some way to, want to make a name for themselves. So that's nothing really new, I guess,
Yanni, you being a half-elf, you know around the lore of the blade singer and how the most powerful among their class would have these specific weapons that were crafted through legendary means, incredible blades that suited their specific blade style. And yeah.
By the way, before we get this going, will you allow us to heal up a little bit? I'm still a bit singed from, taking lightning to the face.
I am not forcing any of you to do anything.
All right.
If you all wish to rest, then do so. I'm sure she would notice if the day came up, but us elves don't really notice the passage of hours.
Right.
I mean, from what I keep hearing, she wants this duel now. So I don't think it's really a matter of resting, Burn.
No, I didn't suggest resting. I just healing.
Have a couple.
Well, I'll heal myself a little bit at least. I'll use 10 points of lay on hands.
Do remember the rule is if the death ward breaks, you're out. You have to put down your arms or magic and step to the side.
Right. About that, Joey, I have a sort of like a technical question in regards to that, because I have those, what's it called, the Gorget of the Sentinels,
Okay.
that sort of already gives me a death ward effect. So which of those would trigger first?
Roll that ability in the chat for me, please.
Yeah.
Oh, the Gorget. Okay, sorry, I heard a different word when you talked about it.
The Gorget.
Yeah.
That's the right pronunciation.
Well, I call it a Gorget.
That's wrong.
It's
I
French.
call
It's
it
always wrong.
gorgeous.
Gage.
Gengar.
A lot of the words for different armor parts are French. Because they're the ones who sort of,
This would proc, and it would leave Death Ward null and void, because Death Ward says if you would be knocked, instead you're knocked to 1, but you're already at 1, so like they don't stack, unfortunately.
Right, okay.
So this would
So-
be Death Ward worthy.
Yeah, but so they would trigger basically at the same time then. That's what you're saying.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Yep.
Man, here's hoping for a double death ward. Gotta kill him 3 times.
Yeah. Gotta get some like 9 lives thing. 9 death wards.
I think having 5 different methods to make your size larger.
Yeah.
I have to look at something in my DMG real quick. Wait, where the hell's my DMG?
All right, who's ready to be morally ambiguous and gang up on a child wielding a sword?
Wait, we wouldn't do that anyways?
Yeah, nothing I haven't done before.
Jesus.
Everyone just looks.
It's all part of the, training. Every recruit in the order has to go to battle against his seniors, just to learn what they are capable of. It helps temper any sort of hubris and
Are you
arrogance.
telling me that your order has a gang-style initiation of taking your lumps?
Only
well-
40% of the order die from that.
No, I mean it's not lethal. It's just a bit of hazing, I guess you could call it.
Alrighty. Everybody ready?
Hell yeah.
Alrighty. Well then. You all take your short rest. Were you guys taking a short rest and keeping her waiting?
No,
Okay,
we're
then.
just Using healing magic.
Well, as you all step into the arena, you see she's been seated on the ground doing some type of meditated sequencing of a spell. Mirian, I need you to do an Arcana check with advantage.
Ooh.
$20. That is the end of the 10-minute casting of contingency.
Ooh.
Wait, we didn't take a short. Oh, okay, I guess it takes us 10 minutes to go. Okay.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes to walk out, have your conversation, come back.
Hey, bright side, that's less spell slots for her.
Yeah, she doesn't have a sixth.
Okay.
One.
Now that we know that's a thing, I am going to give everyone gift. I'm going to give 4 people gift of alacrity.
That takes 1 minute to cast each.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm going to give that to Bernie, Jethro, Patry, and Yanni. Each of you get 1d8 on your initiative roll.
On it initiative?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Thanks.
you add a d8 to your initiative.
Yep. Noted.
Advantage and a D8. We love it.
Oh
you
God! I didn't know that.
Do we all get advantage as well?
No, Yanni gets advantage.
Oh,
'cause-
okay. Yeah.
Yanni's just amazing.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I gave all the melee people a d8.
Then, as you are casting this on everybody, right outside the arena, she's looking up towards you all, and she seems to be trying to analyze specifically what that spell is. It's clear, Bernie, that she does not know that spell specifically.
Yeah, of any spell, that's the one that you probably wouldn't.
But
All right.
as you all jump down into the pits, you watch as she draws forth the blade towards you all and immediately begins swinging it from side to side in a very smooth, repetitive motion before you start to see this magical swirl of energy around the blade, glowing brightly and around her as well. Now, everybody, initiative time.
Yanni's gonna curtsy and say in Elvish, "Best of luck."
To you as well. Remember your d8s, everybody. You have to change it manually. How many inspirations? I have 2 more inspirations. I'm going to use one.
That's a good roll. That second one.
Thank you, Otis.
Ugh.
Okay, let's roll the second.
So I get a.
Roll the advantage. Okay, so rolled 1. Let's roll the other one.
Hey,
Nice.
I actually rolled above a 10 initiative for once.
Let's go.
29.
Oh, I
Plus
forgot.
6,
Oh no,
29.
I'm at
Okay, there we
21
go.
then.
That was probably my only high roll for the session.
What the hell? What happened to Yanni?
I don't know what happened to her.
I don't know. It's supposed to have 29. Like I tried to change it, and then it just
Your
deleted
token
it.
got deleted.
Oh, yeah. It's still clicked on that. Okay.
Like,
No.
how'd she leave the initiative
Oh.
order?
Oh my
Okay,
God.
Drag yourself back over there.
You cast the spell, Yanni's gone! Ah, you.
Spell Yanni.
Now,
Also,
just
Yanni,
confirming-
your initiative pre-comes with rolling twice. You
Oh,
don't
it
have to roll
does?
twice.
Okay. Yeah, I was like going through. I was like, why is it not rolling it? Okay.
So the first
Yeah,
one
it
was
just
the
it just
accurate.
only shows the high number.
Okay.
So your
just-
first one was the accurate one. So you did
Okay.
roll a 14.
Gotcha.
Plus the
20.
D8 or whatever she rolled.
Plus your d8, yeah.
Yeah, so she
20.
Is it not updating?
Why does Zast look like a crazy person? Don't answer that. I know why. Just
crazy with
token.
grief.
I
That's not-
just have to do some maths here to calculate her AC currently compared to what it will be in a second. So
You gotta put a. Oh wait, who has higher dex, Patry or Yanni? Because they're tied.
+5.
they're probably the same.
Yeah.
So it's
Either way, they're above Mirian.
well,
This-
are they the same? Did you guys adjust your? Oh, you did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
you guys
encounter is
decide.
kind of is kind of meta because we're trying to teach her a lesson and Joey's trying to teach us a lesson.
Right.
No, I mean, we're being, well, I say we're kind of loosely being self-righteous about this. And also, I feel kind of insulted. No one keeps mentioning like Lily. Like, I don't know. She had a whole arc, and I feel like
We
no one
did
else
mention
now.
her
Lily?
before.
No, you kept bringing up Natalie
I also brought up Lily.
briefly. You mentioned Lily. You didn't.
I think he means more for the situation because Lily definitely fits this one more, especially when you guys were talking about the vengeance thing. That
Yeah.
Yeah, but Lily didn't go
want
out of
her.
her way to force the party to do anything.
Oh, I mean, there's reasons for that, but the thing is that she probably would have at one point had certain things not been
Yeah,
done.
but let's not get into that right now, okay?
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, we can discuss that at another time.
All right, so she's sitting at that right now. Okay, cool. Jethro, your turn.
Wait, shit. I'm seriously going first? I thought Yanni got 29.
No,
No.
it actually rolled at advantage both times. I was like wondering why it wasn't rolling at advantage.
Yeah,
but-
it's part of the skill. I had that when I played a barbarian.
Okay. I did not okay. In that case, Jethro is. I keep forgetting I don't have that spell component. I'm gonna need to borrow that from Mirian at one point if he has one. Yeah, Jethro's going to like basically sort of copy what she's doing, but with his halberd, because he was first competitively spinning his halberd against Patry's quarterstaff. Now he's sort of like mimicking in this arc of magic before suddenly Jethro disappears.
Oh, you're casting greater invisibility. Nice.
In
And I
a
don't.
game where you can't counterspell, this is very good.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just gonna put a little ninja right there, and yeah, and then Jethro's going to.
This is how you get shot by party members.
Yeah, go ahead and move right there. Let's say,
Okay.
and that I think that's all my. Yeah, I'll make that my turn for now, just to kind of give her a sense of foreboding.
Okay. As you turn invisible and go sliding over there, you see that she continues moving gracefully around with her weapon as she begins twirling it in the air very, very quickly, leaving this jolt of energy and lightning around as you see the static goes across the blade, across her entire body, and she begins vibrating energetically as she casts haste on herself.
Oh, fuck.
All right.
Was that a surprise?
Adjusting her AC accordingly. Okay. Removing that spell slot. That's it's only 3rd level. Okay, cool. So she's sitting at 15, 18, 19, 21, 22. Oh, and
Spoilers.
the song. Okay, that's right. So that's another. Okay.
You know it's bad if the DM has to do math.
There's a lot of simple math here. It's
A lot of additions. You need a calculator.
and
Like I said.
as she begins moving that quickly, she's going to look around the battlefield at everybody here and smile as she chooses Patry. Dashing all the way up towards you, she slices the blade along the way and goes to puncture into your shoulder.
I'm gonna take an attack of opportunity.
Go for it.
Also, can you change my thing to large? My token, because I
You enlarged
activated
yourself? I
giant.
thought that was an action.
I put it in the chat. I forgot. I keep forgetting it's bonus action, and I
Oh, it's
didn't
a
want to
bonus.
interrupt
Okay,
someone's
yeah,
talking.
yeah.
So
Go
I'm
for it.
large now.
Did she run straight past me? So, or
That'll hit.
Ooh.
no?
Oh,
She's
yeah,
still
that hits.
in range. So yeah.
I forgot to add a d. Let me actually. I can
You
still
don't
add
need
that.
to add
hits.
anything else. You rolled a natural 20. You hit.
Nice.
Giant
Hey, I
smite.
wanted that.
I do additional damage.
You didn't roll damage yet.
I know. I'm checking off the.
Okay.
I have little check marks there. And also, yeah, fuck it. I put elemental gift on there. And you know what? Just because I want to be kind of a dick, because I finally get to use this, if that's okay with everyone. Yeah, I can do this. I'm also gonna put this into it.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh, knocked prone, trying to run.
Please
no-
knock her prone.
No save it with the prone thing. She's just knocked prone.
Alrighty. So let me
Well, she has
transfer
haste,
back
so it
over
doesn't
to
really
here.
matter.
Just a second. Let me. 8, 4, so it's... For some reason, I didn't have the damage thing on the what's it called?
Auto roll.
Yeah, on the damage thing. I'm just adding that now, real quick. I'm sorry. I did not think I would roll nat 20 on that.
Yeah,
All right, that's all good. I'm
That
gonna.
was really
yeah,
good.
let's roll
Nice
this
start
damage.
to this fight.
There's only one bitch who can bum rush people. and
Ooh,
that's
Jesus fucking Christ!
That's 69 damage.
Nice.
Alright,
Nice.
As that first attack
Nice.
hits, you watch as she gets tripped out from underneath and falls flat on the ground directly before you. A second later, Patry, she appears in front of you, slicing at you with her hasted action. And the illusion left behind by her mislead disappears.
Oh,
Was that her contingency?
Her contingency is the first time she would be hit. Instead, she casts mislead.
Oh my god, she completely negated your crit.
Shit, I just removed her from
Dang.
the tracker. My bad. Let me...
That's not how mislead works.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think that's how
I
it
have
works.
that.
Otherwise,
No, because if he's
Krista would
moving-
have. Yeah, otherwise
Well, it's
Krista
a shame
would
that
have
she still missed.
used that
So
so
the
much.
contingency would be if you would be hit, then mislead. Mislead happens because it's if you would be hit, contingency goes off.
oh.
So
Yeah,
she
that's a
became
really
invisible.
strong contingency, actually.
It is.
I need to add that spell book.
What was she? She was 22, right, on her initiative?
Yeah, she was.
She was second, so
Yeah.
we'll just move her to 22 regardless. Alrighty. First attack would be at advantage because she was invisible. 22 to hit you, Patry.
Defensive duelist. Wait,
Listen
why is
to-
that advantage?
What were you saying, Jethro?
So I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm so sorry. Continue what you're doing. I'm just gonna put it in the chat. I'm not trying to.
Okay. Defensive duelist, you use that when you were wielding finesse weapon, which you were proficient. And another creature hits you with a melee attack. You can use your reaction to add your proficiency bonus to your AC. So that boosts you above 22.
Yep.
Alrighty. And that... Oh, shit. You weren't even supposed to get an attack there. I forgot.
Oh, whoops.
No, not you. Jethro. Oh, she
Okay,
didn't
so-
use the dash action. And she didn't attack you. So, yeah, no, I have to relearn how mobile works because I haven't had it in so long. All right, yeah, no, she missed you with the attack. Hasted, her action haste, hasted action attack. Yeah, she's going to remain right there. That's the end of her turn. Bernie, your go.
Oh, this is a bad spot for her.
Well, I'll turn around. Huh, well, that was fast. Yeah, I'll just straight up attack.
Go for it. You have flanking with Patry.
Yep. And Let's see. Yep, I'll do that. 28 to hit.
28 to hit. She will use her reaction to shield.
All right. And do I still get a sense of even with the shield, was that sort of close or
That was very close. Her shield deflected it.
all right. Let's see. And in regards to like those, I'm not completely clear on like optional rules for if we can use what can you use athletics for in combat?
Grappling. Unless you
Just
have...
grappling?
Yes, unless you have a feat.
Right. So I can't even try to like shove her or like.
Oh, you could have tried. You
Any
could
sort of
use
maneuver?
it for shoving, but anything past that, we're taking over the champion fighters territory, and they have to have something, man.
Yeah,
Very sucks
I
that
think
they have
all
to be-
fighters should have champion stuff.
Yeah.
Just basic. But yeah, anyway, yeah, no, I'll just follow up with another attack then. 27. Guess that misses as well then.
27 does miss. That is correct.
Yep. And then I will.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll do a champion challenge. Bonus action. She gets a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. This is a charm effect?
Nope.
It's not charm, which is hilarious.
Wow, yeah, that's good. Because fuck elves. 17.
That's not good enough.
Alright, she's challenged to you, Bernie. The Battle of the ACs. And Tolsha, because I read your message at the end of Bernie's turn, I'm going to explain this. Mislead doesn't trigger off of anything. It is an action to cast. Contingency is what caused it to trigger. Your contingency is not based off of combat-specific things. It can be a word is said. It can be you stub your toe. It can be anything that you set it to so long as it could feasibly happen. Her contingency was if she would be about to be hit, she would immediately gain the benefit of mislead, which allows her to move out of the space, and the mislead gets hit instead. That contingency mislead is one of the most powerful combos for contingency. It's, yeah.
So the problem with that is like mislead, use your action to move the illusion, and then like he has blind vision, like he has blind sight, so like he can still see you're invisible.
Well,
and you're still in the same space.
The blind sight portion of it, yes, I was unaware of his blind sight at that point in time. I apologize for that, so on and so forth.
That's fine.
But
I'm willing to move on with it, just for remembering for next time.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm still not completely done.
Oh, I apologize. Go ahead.
So I have my move action left, and yeah, sorry for not being there flanking with you, Patry, but I'm going to move back a little bit over. Let's see, over there. That should put me at exactly 30 feet from her, right? Yep. So she can't move past, yeah, sort of, yeah, 30 feet.
Yep.
From me.
Alrighty. All done?
Yep.
Patry.
Aw, nice try, girl. See, it's my turn now. Bang. That's a miss.
Yep.
Try it again.
There is no flanking. Bernie moved.
She could if she was next to if she diagonaled with my skeleton.
Yeah, she moved. That is correct. 30 would have hit, but her shield is up right now.
Gosh darn it.
Oh, she
This
just
shield's
cast
up.
shield?
She did with Bernie, so it's up until her next turn.
All right. She is going to try to do. Let's see. Do you have to do you have to do a successful attack to try to do a disarm?
That is an optional rule I don't allow.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Not even for monks? Boo.
Let's gonna try to do
If y'all want a feat for it, maybe, but if I just gave that out blanketly, there's no reason for y'all to ever encounter humanoids ever again. Just write it off. Like,
Well, I mean, they could also have it.
right.
Okay.
The 1 versus 6, yes.
I mean,
Yeah, I know.
Alrighty. Then she is going to. Alright, so. She'll use her last action to. No, never mind. She will use a key point to dodge.
Alrighty, you are dodgy.
Yep.
Yanni.
Bonus action aim, so I got advantage. She's gonna just sigh, lift up her bow, and yeah, I guess I'm just taking a shot at her.
Go for it.
Ooh, that was almost a natural 20. 30 to hit.
Misses.
Gotcha. So you have to crit to hit her. We're gonna use elven accuracy to re-roll it. We love elves.
I mean, it's so.
Miss. Okay, that's my turn. Actually, yeah, she
You have
can't move
multi-attack,
yet.
don't you?
She's a rogue. You got one attack.
Oh shit! For some reason, I thought you were multi-classed. My bad.
No, that's it.
Mirian.
Okay. Seeing how all that didn't work, gonna just walk up here. Hello there. And
Wrong
I'm
way.
going to just cast Cone of Cold right in her face.
60-foot cone.
Yeah, 60-foot cone.
Uh,
I can't see him.
Appreciate it. I know.
Yep, all
I'm
right.
aware this is my own doing.
Zast and Jethro. Those are con saves, correct?
Yep, con saves.
Oh, con saves. Ooh, she's good at these.
Oh, fuck.
She's good at it.
Okay, so half damage, 24.
That's a good chunk.
And bonus action, I'll command my skeletons to attack. This skeleton is smart enough to know how to get flanking.
Oh, con save for her spell. She does have Warcaster, so advantage. All right, she keeps it up.
So first is the short sword one. Flanking with Patry. 22 misses. And bow skeleton doesn't get advantage. This is the best they've ever rolled. Also misses.
So, You all see, as she is performing this dance with the blade, the resonating energy coming off of it, and her ability to keep nimbly moving and dodging through everything right now. The mastery of the blade definitely does not seem to be a problem, but the moment she gets hit, Miriam, you see that she does have a fatal flaw in her form. She is capable of being taken down, just not through physical attacks very easily.
The one weakness of high AC DCs.
Yep. All done?
Yep, that's everything.
Tolsha.
Okay.
My only weakness. You walked away.
Just like in an action movie with the explosion.
5, 10, 15. Oh, I could have walked. I could have walked back.
Yep.
Okay, so
Yeah, let me back up to Tolsha then.
All right.
Outside of the range, since I still had 10 feet.
Yeah.
I'm backing up as well, and I'm going to look to Miriam. I'm going to cast the cloud, and as I will cast Exsanguinating Cloud. Centered. Centered. Where is the ruler? Centered there, so it doesn't hit Bernie. It hits Cast, and I don't know Jethro's there. That's a fail. She gains a point of exhaustion.
Ooh.
For a total of... You're safe, you only take the necrotic. For 17 plus 7, so 24 points of necrotic damage. As that pink mist appears there now. So I will...
Oh, my skin. Does it clarify it doesn't affect non-flesh creatures?
Yeah, if there's... It's blood or ichor, so undead are unaffected.
Yahoo!
It says living creatures in the cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's centered off this point right here.
Alrighty.
It's a 20-foot radius.
Wow, we've done more harm to Jethro than we've done to anyone ever. Unknowingly.
Where is that tool? Because I have the new thing. Thank you, Joey.
I just realized this is the first time our full party is fighting together. With this party, I mean.
Oh, it is!
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Oh, yay!
And you're
Teamwork,
beating up on a
everybody.
child.
Well, she asked for it.
Let's see how that holds up in court.
So yeah,
This is
that,
an honorable duel.
Hey,
This is
medieval
court.
times, you know.
Are you
so yeah,
done, Tolsha?
I did that as my action, bonus action, spiritual weapon. At 3rd level.
You do have that feat that allows you to cast 2 spells.
I do.
per turn. Yep. Okay, good.
2-leveled spells.
Yep.
As
20
I'm-
misses.
Right. But it's there, and she probably looks a bit paler now because, blood is leaching from her. The only way she can go is up.
Watch her fly.
Mm. Yeah, that's it.
Jethro, your turn.
Right. I forgot I was muted. Jethro keeps taking more damage from his own party.
Start of your turn, more necrotic damage.
Oh,
Only-
fuck me.
When it's created or at the start of your turn.
My turn.
Oh! I apologize. You don't take more damage yet. It's start of Tolsha's turn. Okay, I apologize.
That's good, because I'm pretty much down to half my health,
Yeah.
thanks to you guys.
PvPing
You're welcome, Jethro.
Don't worry, guys. I'll go. Ah!
Hey guys, look, I crit. Oh, hey guys, you got this. Ah! You assholes. Okay.
We can't see you, man.
I know.
But we
damn
can
it.
hear him now.
you
that's
can
what
hear
it is.
the pain.
It's
cold.
He's covered in frost and in mist.
It's cold. Oh, it burns. Oh, okay.
Let's start with an icy hot.
Anyways, Jethro's going to go ahead and first real quick, just because you made me use up all my bullshit so far, is activate his action to activate the Rod of the Pack Keeper to regain a Warlock spell slot. That does take an action. But I am going to action surge, so basically nullify that. And then take my actual turn, which is bonus action. Let's activate. Let's fly. Jethro's gonna oh shit, I'm flying. As he tries to get away from this cloud, sort of, and goes through it instead. And we'll he'll fly right there. How about?
Yeah, you're above the cloud. Don't fall.
Well, actually, shit, I didn't even think about my movement speed there. Because that's still 30. I'm good. And then he'll take a attack. Yeah,
Go
just
for
single.
it.
That's the item, not the attack. The advantage again.
Wait,
Oh
you're
my
flying.
fucking god!
Wait, where are you flying?
No, I'm invisible.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she can't see you. Yeah, you
know,
hit.
and hey,
this time
guess
it
what?
hits.
Guess what? I got that one spell slot back. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure this one counts.
Yep, go ahead.
All right.
Alex, the hot step.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, nice and
That's
spicy.
nice, man.
So, as you fly around to the other side of it, unseen and unheard by anybody, swinging down your very large halberd directly where she is, you slice all the way through as you watch the Death Ward proc on her shattering as she drops down to one knee on the ground. And immediately, everybody starts running over and telling you all to cancel your spells.
Jethro will end concentration on the invisibility as he holds the halberd over her, but not basically the same way you would hold it over for a criminal, not to kill them, but to make sure they stay down, kind of thing.
That was
Cloud is gone.
6 seconds.
So what was
Is that
for
really
Blade
one
Singers being
round?
broken?
That was one round. Well, that's kind of what happens when you crit back to back.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But
Glad
that's
to see that you're
yeah.
training great warriors.
What's really funny? Jethro really wanted to show off his stuff, but no one could see what he just did. Technically,
We saw our
Yeah,
split
that was not me.
Well,
Patrick, you did it.
So, as the battle is called, you watch as she drops down to the ground, screaming to high heaven and bawling her eyes out.
I'll walk over and extend a hand down to her.
Her immediate reaction is to slap it away.
Offering a hand as well. Not the kind of good fight, just the kind of I get it.
Yep.
Look in the eyes.
This is completely unfair.
The world isn't fair. That's something we all unfortunately can attest to. We just have to learn how to deal with it as best we can. But you, for one being so young, you are very impressive. I have never seen any combatant move like that.
Yeah, you nearly caught me off guard.
She continues her weeping, and you see many of the pallid elves around are giving a respectful distance to all of this as she just looks over at all of you. It makes no sense. I performed the song perfectly.
Perhaps. But no style is perfect. For instance,
And sometimes you can go and do everything right and still fail. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't have to make sense.
Marion was saying something.
Oh, I thought you finished. Sorry.
No.
it's all right. You may have been able to defend against physical attributes, but when your body is tested against the power of spells, your song did not help when it was just your body on the line. Trying to like, hey, spell effects.
Yeah.
If I might say something, first of all, you were actually pretty impressive. You were nearly as fast as that one, points to Patry. Yeah, I'm not gonna give you sort of, I'm not really the consoling type. I will say though that life isn't fair. And you can give it your all, and Burin's right. You can make all the best decisions you can and still come up short sometimes. But the thing you can do afterwards is take a moment, whether it's crying or whatever, but then you pick yourself back up and you accept the responsibility of what you need to do. I don't know what your whole deal is. I heard some stuff, but I will say I don't think what you're doing is healthy, or at least the way you're going about it. And, well, just maybe take some time to think about what is really important to you. Anyways, there's some kebabs that are, wouldn't say getting cold because I kept the fire going, but they might be getting burned now. Don't tell Yanni. And yeah,
Look, I can tell my sister Lily, she's gone through similar trauma as you, but much younger, where her whole family was killed before her, and the person who did it took her voice as well, leaving a nasty scar across her throat. And what helped her get through it was finding someone to rely on, someone to care for, and to care for her. It wasn't until years later that we were finally able to find the one that did it and put an end to the cycle that he was causing. But what really matters here is that you survived. That wouldn't be the same out in the world. We've fought the people that you want to go after before, and we've lost people to it. We've lost someone too soon when the spell caused his head to straight up explode. There was no bringing him back. And it shook us, as that was the most violent death we had seen of one of our companions. And that was all of us against one of them as well.
And consider this, Zest. These Volstruckers. I mean, we've battled a few of them. And they work in very devious ways. If you let your anger work for them, then you only defeat yourself. Then you lose.
Remember when I tried bum rushing you earlier? When you're facing off against a bunch of baddies, there won't be any guards protecting you.
Not to mention, they'll use anything they can against you. Family, memories. They'll strike you where you're weakest. And they'll use the hatred that you have against them to their advantage. they'd likely lure you into a trap where there's no chance of escape, even like an area of anti-magic. That's why you're
Wizard puts me in one of those, they're dead.
And they're also very keen on changing magic. One of them that we just fought was able to counter magic over 60 feet away.
That's impossible.
Impossible for you or me, but they have mutated their bodies to the point where they are able to cast magics far in ways that we cannot.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt. Do we want to have this sort of like advice thing over some kebabs?
Where's the medic?
Would I?
Would you?
None of
Would I?
Would you?
None of the pallid elves have come out here yet. Zoro is making her way over slowly, and she'll just look over at you, Tolsha. Did her vengeance help her? Honestly.
It gave her closure at the end, as even after so many years, she was still trying to track him down. And only then could she actually let go, knowing that the people who had killed her family before her very eyes were gone.
Zoro finally makes it up to you all and calls out, Zast, you have lost this battle. You made a deal. We'll tend to you and take care of you. Come on. She'll look at all of you.
If we find him, we'll let you know. They've taken enough lives from enough people that they need to be stopped. You can trust us to do that. And she'll offer that hand to help her up as well.
At that point, she will grasp your arm and accept the help to her feet. And Zoro comes over and hands her a potion, and she takes it and just tucks it into her shirt.
I'll give her a tap on the shoulder as well and heal her for 25 hit points.
When she has the hand grasp, I'm also casting Cure Wounds at 4th level. It was an honor duel, not one to just kill, for 23 healing.
33. That extra 10.
Oh yeah, 33.
Yeah. Chill.
The most important thing, let others help carry your burdens. Otherwise, you'll just drown in them.
There's no burden to be had.
There's always is one, even no matter how small.
We will get through this, and now that she's been humbled a little bit, perhaps she'll finally calm down and accept our guidance.
Maybe, but that anger needs a release as well. Being humbled yes, it can be beneficial, but it can also foster more anger.
One must always find an outlet, for if you let it bottle up too much, it will just explode. And anger, wrought from grief and seeking vengeance, will fester no matter what. No matter how long you try to meditate it away, it will still be there. Some people call it something similar to PTSD is a thing, right? Or known about in the universe?
Yeah.
Yeah. known as, well, what a lot of people call post-traumatic stress disorder, where seeing things or hearing things similar to what caused it brings back all those harmful memories. And it takes time, a lot of time. But healing will happen.
She'll nod and, with Zero, walk away.
Before they sort of completely leave, I'll just raise my voice a little bit after them. If you want, I'll be happy to spar with you tomorrow. No magic, just regular old sparring match.
She'll look
Right.
over at you and think for a moment. There's a lot I need to learn before I can match your caliber.
And that's the first step, admitting that you have something to learn. Good.
So, you all get ushered by Jethro and Yanni annoyingly back over to your camp to eat the now cold kebabs.
Yanni left immediately. She did not give a shit about this. she
Je-
does not like
Jethro-
these people.
Yeah, Jethro chased after her, and one of the kebabs one of them's cold, one of them is charred black.
Patrick will take the cold kebab.
Yeah, I'll just take whatever remains.
All right.
Patch takes the cold bob, and Bernie takes the charred one.
So,
Yeah, sorry for being. I didn't mean to insult your cooking or anything, Yanni. I wanted to actually taste these things, but yeah, I'm sure you'll have another time too.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm just more annoyed that I had to go in there and waste my time. But yeah, no, it's fine. I just don't like. Yeah, I don't really want to get into it.
Sure, yeah, I get it. Just makes me curious. I mean, just exactly what problem you have with these people here.
They literally go out of their way to insult people and then talk about how they live. I don't know, this victim complex, and then right after it, they said elves are supposed to be wise. What's wise about hiding yourself away from the world when the Empire knows exactly where you are?
All the Empire
But
thinks they're going.
No, they don't.
But what's
I can tell.
wise about getting so riled up about it?
I'm not saying I'm getting riled up because they literally just kept going out of their way to yell at me for being half human, which is funny because I'm guarantee every one of you grew up in a settlement that was mostly human. But
Well, you don't have horns, at least.
Speak for yourself, sister.
feels like I have horns sometimes.
I mean, if you had horns, I think they'd be kind of. You'd still make them work.
What? Does a hair
I-
flip?
I mean, I have scales.
I
You
think
can
walk
make a
over
bunch
to
of
missing the
fashion
point.
statements with horns.
Yeah, I'll walk over to Patra and stand next to her. I mean, us horny guys are. I mean, no, sorry. I'll just do it. Ah, damn it! I'll
Hell
walk
yeah!
over.
This took such a turn. Okay. Yeah, I don't like self-perceived worth. They have no reason to act the way they do.
You've never been around elves before, have you?
I have. I've been around snooty people and people that have self-perceived worth. It's always the same once you knock them on their ass.
Yeah, well, I don't believe we're staying long. We're just staying for the night after that storm and after that duel. And well,
They're
I mean,
probably not
that's-
going to want us here anymore.
So keep in mind, it is daytime for all of you, because you were on the ship during the night.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just now it's sleep time during the daytime.
Speaking of which, are we doing watches or we just you guys going back in there and sleeping? What's going on?
I'd prefer just taking up on their hospitality.
Same.
Do
Have
they
fun,
still
guys.
have any for us?
They have it for you.
I'm gonna go ahead and make Yanni and Jethro private sanctum, so at least they don't have to worry about temperature and everything.
Alrighty. And the
Thank you.
rest of you going back inside to sleep?
If they let us.
Yeah.
They let you inside. You didn't do anything wrong.
Just to reiterate, did you say last time that the whole area was protected from scrying and such?
She
Is
did
that-
say that.
Right, yeah. So we don't have to worry about that here.
Alrighty. Everything inside their barrier, not out.
Yeah.
So, you all get back inside and they show you back to your respective huts and, well, get to complete your long rest, everybody. And when we come back, we'll come back from break as well and see where we're all headed. We're back.
Guys, we just beat a Blade Singer. Level up.
Hello, players. We're back. So, where last we left off, you all had successfully beat the shit out of an elven child who was an entitled little brat and told her, A, knock it the fuck off, without killing her. So kudos on not killing.
If we had, we all would have been evil.
But I wanted the child killer achievement.
Hey, that's only in Fallout.
Just think about it.
think.
If you kill her, you get to take her sword.
Ooh.
No one here would use that.
It's a long sword. Plenty of you could use it.
Yanni.
Yeah. And then we can go and kill Rurik and take his shield as well, and I'll have 2.
Jesus.
And all of a sudden, Bernie's devil horns grew 3 inches that day.
Yeah.
Only 3 inches.
Just
Nah,
the normal ones.
Not the
Anyways.
tiefling ones.
Everybody. What map were we on again?
An arena.
We were on the
Zemni Fields.
Empire. Yeah, the Empire one. Zemni Fields one.
There we go.
Oh, basically,
Close enough.
yeah, because our here is right here.
There you are. Okay. So, you all wake up in the morning feeling spry and refreshed, and yeah, the day is yours.
Oh wait, didn't
We wake up at the
didn't
sun.
the lady who brought us into the village want to talk about stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, she wanted to hear your stories
Yeah.
while eating, but you went to go eat outside. So
Ah, okay.
Well, I say we can take the time to spend one day here, just
Yeah.
speaking with these people and seeing if we can't. I mean, it seems to me like they actually want to reconnect with at least the people of Singorn. And if we can facilitate that, then that's just good.
Right. I do want to give a forewarning though. Understandably, if Yanni starts something, I get that, but if they go out of their way to, insult her again, I am probably gonna clock someone. Just wanted to put that in the air.
Right.
I'll just stay out of this village. God forbid somebody that was around humans goes in there. Gods forbid. My bad.
I mean, I'm full on human, so it's kind of a hypocritical thing there, ain't it? If I'm allowed in there.
while you're all out there having a conversation, you watch as Zast comes walking up towards all of you with a huge backpack on.
Wow, the first elf to leave.
Hello, Zest.
Hello. Your name was Yanni, correct?
Me? No,
No,
Tulsha.
her.
Yes.
We didn't get introduced. I believe you were kept outside. Zast. She goes over and offers a hand.
She takes it and shakes it. Yanni, Shimmer, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
She'll say it
And
elder.
big, mustached person.
Jethro.
Pleasure. She goes to shake your hand. You wouldn't happen to be one of those, cheat mages, are you?
I don't know what that is.
She means warlock, and yes, he is.
I don't. That sounds sort of derogatory, but
You get your magic from a sugar daddy. You didn't study. You weren't born with it. You are a cheat mage.
Isn't
Uses
that isn't
short rest. Disgusting.
I thought that was what are they called? The sorcerer people, the ones that are just born like magical.
No, those are
privileged.
inheritance wizards.
Yeah,
What are
they're,
those?
They're privileged brats. It's
So people that are
terminologies
born
I
magical.
learned from other schools that I happened to come across while traveling with my father.
Then why would you put clerics in that mix?
Clerics. You don't disrespect the person who. You don't fuck with the white mage.
Thank you.
Dad said that was rule number 1.
Wait, but don't they also just and Jethros begins before so like a streak of lightning from nowhere, cloudless sky hits a nearby tree.
Do you want
I'm
to
just
be
gonna
healed?
shut up.
Do you want to be healed? Like,
Look, I can start charging you for my healing. I've threatened it before. 100 gold a hit point.
so, where are we going?
Well,
Wait,
you're
what?
not really going anywhere, I think.
Actually, no, this is good. She should leave. Like, get outside of this village. It's isolated, and you guys been here way too long.
Hold on a minute.
All of them I know. I've been traveling since I was a little girl. I
Then
just
why
came
don't-
back here a couple of years ago.
Then couldn't you like deduce where the front line is?
No, I have no
I'm not
idea.
trying to be rude, but
No, I've only ever been in the Menagerie Coast, and we stayed out of all big towns.
Hold on. Wait one moment. What do you mean, where are we going?
Where are we going?
I mean, she's obviously planning on coming with us.
I am.
But we sort of discussed this yesterday, and the deal we made with in regards to the whole challenge and stuff was that well, we wouldn't bring you along with us if we won.
No. The deal was you wouldn't point me to the front lines. I'm going to follow all of you where you're going. I learned more from fighting against you, and I have more to learn than I could ever learn from all of them here. They've been so reclusive, I can't.
Okay, she's
Right.
really smart. She got us with
That's really
semantics.
successfully
Yeah,
aware.
yeah, that's a
She got
wagon
you there,
thing I've
Burn.
heard from these people. And I
Great,
honestly,
another Kurt.
What'd you say, Yanni?
Another
I honestly think we should bring her. Like anywhere, getting away from here is a good choice.
I plan on leaving my blade behind. It shouldn't be out in the open world, but there's a lot I need to learn, and you said it's important to find people to watch your back, so I figured I'd go with all of you until I find someone to watch my back.
Sound logic?
We're going to the Empire, and it's first-hand experience. They don't treat elves very well.
Okay.
To-
She
Right.
waves her hand, and now she looks like a human.
They'll see through that, but yeah.
But yeah, let's. I mean, I'm not entirely opposed to the idea if that's something you want, but have you asked? What was her name? Juro?
She's not my
Zara.
mom.
churro.
Well, I mean, there has to be
Sure.
some authority here. I didn't say
Churro.
churro. I said juro.
She'll probably go sit there and ask the wind. I'm on the side of taking her with us.
Well,
I
I'm not a.
mean-
Go on.
I am too, actually. She's I mean, when she probably could have kicked our asses had we, you know, honestly, it wasn't a fair fight, but that's how life is. We've already gone over that. I'm not gonna go over it again. And you had skill and also a bunch of potential. I would say I can see that.
I need to learn more. There's clearly a lot about fighting that I don't already know, and I plan on getting my revenge. I will.
Yes.
But I need to know how to handle it better first. So, yeah, I already left my sword behind. Are we leaving?
Hell
What
yeah!
sense that so soon?
Yes, we need to wait till nightfall to leave with our method of transit.
Unless you guys are thinking about staying here, which Yanni doesn't look too happy about.
Well, at this point, it's safer if she comes with us than trying to. If you didn't come with us, you have just randomly wandered through the mountains, correct?
I'd find a way. Yeah, I need to leave this place. All they have me doing day in and day out is sitting down and concentrating on myself and fighting myself and fighting my dream and learning how to cope with what none of that has been helping at all. Getting hit in the back of my liver by him, that helped more.
Yeah,
I really like her and think we should take her with us.
Well,
Heck yeah, welcome aboard.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we do have. I mean, we're not staying for a long time or anything, Yanni. I just think we should speak a little bit more with Zero.
Yes, we did promise to tell her about the happenings of the outside world, including things she should probably be aware of if she's. I can only assume she's the leader of the people here, am I right?
She is, yeah.
Right.
Nice lady, honestly. She's definitely
Overbearing.
stuck in her old way.
No, that's
Right.
fair.
Well, while you do that, hey, Yanni, you have the key to elven accuracy. You know that?
What?
I
Oh, the
figured
boat.
you were a little off from perfect accuracy. If you want, I can try to show you. It's something that our eyes are capable of. I have it as well.
You have it. What? Yeah. Yes, please.
Most of us elves can use it. My father took 10 years to teach me how to hone it properly, so I figured I could help you too. No problem. I mean, in return, you can show me how to shoot that thing. Crossbow, was it?
She has a longbow. She doesn't have a crossbow.
Oh.
Yeah, she doesn't. Yanni's pretty basic. Yanni's like super basic.
Never mind. As an elf, she knows how to use a longbow.
I can give you my headband. I don't know if it will help you that much because I think you're a wizard.
I am, yeah.
But if I take it off, we're gonna have weird conversations.
Okay. You're not going to tell me to sit down and go into my meditated state and contemplate my life, are
Never,
you? Okay,
never,
cool.
never. Even
Yeah,
with that thing
none
off.
of you, please, don't ever ask me to do that.
Fair, fair. Sorry about the leeching of your vitality with that one cloud, by the way.
Are you kidding me? That was awesome.
I mean, it is.
Not gonna lie, I was planning, so right after that happened, and she pulls out a short sword and begins drawing into the dirt. As soon as that was happening, I was actually planning on moving myself very quickly and, well, making sure none of you could hit me while I was doing it, and then using my one spell, Gust, and shoving it over towards your allies so that it'd be on top of them, and then moving back in to go try to stab Patrick. I have a feeling you're the problem for me, although apparently I was wrong. He's clearly the problem for me, but he was invisible, so probably wouldn't have been the best. And then after I would have been able to do that, I probably would have whirled around and cast a different spell to be able to hit you with it. I believe I was planning on chaining some lightning together just to shock through all of you, and, well,
Right.
yeah.
Well, I mean, it's good to be able to make up plans on the go, but any plan can abruptly come to an end with a proper punch to the face or a halberd to the liver, as it were.
Yes, I realized that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just curious, Zast, how well traversed are you in the mountains here?
I know the path up here and the path down into the Menagerie Coast.
Right, but not anything further north?
There's a spiritual spot they brought me to. When you become of age, you're supposed to spend 7 days in a meditated state.
Ooh, is there a
Right.
waterfall?
Yeah, there is, and it's beautiful. Unfortunately, they watch you for all 7 days, so I actually had to pretend I was meditating the whole time, because they are very big on meditation. I don't understand it.
Hey, it can
Right.
really help. It can really help you.
Sure,
Look, if I
but that's all they do.
Well, there are different ways of meditating. For me, I find it just as meditative to go for a jog.
Oh. So, as elves, we don't really sleep unless we want to, and instead we enter into a state where we can create our own reality inside of our resting state and simulate what we are doing. So they do that all day long.
Right.
that's it's wonderful. Just that it can sound like that sounds very dull.
They live in a tree.
Look, I mean, for me, if I really want to just relax, I'll keep passionate about digging into the past, or find something very poisonous and just make a tea out of it.
Right. Well, in any case, before we leave, just so you know, Zast, we're heading rather straight north, I believe, towards a place called Festerwill Pools. We're seeking out,
The Fae.
well, yeah, a specific individual, Fae.
Well, I didn't talk to any of the Fae. I was busy meditating while I was there.
Right. Huh. You know, Patry, maybe you could actually get some. I mean, not to imply anything, but maybe you could seek some answers there as well for your things, issues.
Weirdness.
Hmm.
We'll run across the entire
Yeah,
length
give
of the
me a
lake.
start.
I
What
wonder
was
if
that?
you.
Go ahead, Tolsha.
I wonder if you run fast enough along the surface of the lake, you can make a whirlpool, Patry.
Oh, I could try that.
Huh. So instead of being the Fester Will Pool, it would be the Faster World Pool.
Exactly.
You're funny.
He really is. He really is. Oh my god.
She'll
You-
lead into you, Jethro. He is the leader, right?
Huh? Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
But the Jethro was laughing genuinely. So.
well,
Also, he's just like, God damn it.
I knew it. You guys have just been trying to hold back my genius.
Yanni's gonna start to take off the headband.
Right.
That is a word for it.
Her eyes immediately go crossed.
Well, yeah. Well, let's get some business settled with Zero, and maybe we can, pick up on some supplies that we might need. I'm tired of eating rations, at least, and yeah.
You saying
and
you don't like my wife's cooking?
Yeah, those were kebabs.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we're not having that every day.
No, it's whatever we hunt. We found a kobold.
Exactly.
Wait, this was made.
I'm sorry, did you say you
kobold?
hunted a kobold and made them kebabs?
We got Joey with that one.
There's albatross over on the other mountain next to us. There's some albatross. They might have eggs.
Do you want to go with me? You said you wanted to help with the bow thing anyways. Plus, I can show you my... She's going to pull out her journal that's written in Quarry because there's no spoken version of it because it was before the Age of Arcanum. Do you read this at all?
No.
I can read everything.
Immediately when you say that, she closes the book. Well, it's
Perception check, Tosha. Sleight of hand, Yanni.
I'm going to use recap advantage on this.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna have to use advantage on this. Ziani does not want anyone reading this.
Don't be looking at the girls.
We
Tyler.
love 22, right?
We love 22. Yanni?
But not Yanni.
No. So, Yanni, you need to tell Tosha what on that random page, one paragraph she noticed before you closed it.
I need to roll. I need a roll to see, like, okay, Joey, how do you want to rule this? Because, like, how far in the book are you gonna say this is?
Roll a d100.
RD 100, because it could be really bad depending on.
It's her smut.
About
70%.
70% through the book.
It's her goblins ex dwarf smut fan fiction.
Oh God.
Give me a second to look at something.
That's how dwarfs are made.
I think. Would you say that would be past her backstory at this point, like towards modern like time? Because like,
Probably right
Last-
on the cusp.
Oh no. Come on, why you make these decisions?
Actually, I didn't want this to be part of the character, but I was like, I'll play it. It works. Okay. Tarek. It's been 2 years training with Tarek. Who knew the Ogden Trust would be such a fucking nightmare to be a part of? See that on the page. It immediately goes into like how she's doing scout training for her employer and things like that. And how she's about to get her first mission to go to the Velven Thicket to do a reconnaissance job.
Would I have heard of the Ogden Trust?
History.
Go to use session advantage because I got 2. 25 yen.
Yeah.
Well, this is a great way to get Yanni's backstory out. Do I have to explain, or are you gonna tell him?
Do you know out of character?
It's,
Tosha?
No.
Then explain it, please. In your own words.
it's the Imperial Special Forces.
Oh, I thought they were like the Imperial CIA.
That's the Volstruckers.
Same. She's
No,
the
Volsh-
Ogden Trust is the Imperial Special Forces. Arish Tak, what was it? Tarek Ashbringer is the one of the fucking deadliest people in the Empire, and he's also the person that trains special forces. As for employer, it makes it seem like it's probably somebody very high up in the Empire. Yes.
With a 25, the Argon Trust is ran by the throne of the Empire.
Okay, so it's the royal arm.
King Dwindle. It is his organization.
Noted.
How to properly have a yeetling.
Why do you keep making things that go directly against us?
It wasn't. Natalie wasn't directly against you guys. This is a very.
Oh, really?
This is a very complicated character. Like this was not something I planned on having with the character. Joey, that
Joey forced his hand.
Did I? I just made the dice roll. I said very little.
All right. Yes, we do have some things to talk about with Zero Cthulhu, including some things that, well, if she's the leader of all your people, should probably be aware of that are being rediscovered in the world.
Also, it's been a day since I messaged Thunderbrand, so hopefully he got a message to someone in Singorn by now.
Hopefully.
All right.
Yeah. Did you ever get a response from him, or?
I actually don't remember.
He
This was
did
last
respond
session.
that he was gonna, forward the information along where it needs to be.
Right.
All
He
right.
said he would send it along. Sorry.
All right.
All right, if you want to hang out with Yanni for a bit, and either Jeff or you can go with them or hang out with us while we go talk to Zero, we will meet back here at sunset so we can depart.
Right. Sounds good.
Perfect. Can you fly?
We have a method.
Oh, these two.
I can.
We have a thing. But
I mean,
Well, I meant
I
for the
recent-
people that are going to go hunt the albatross.
I can climb very quickly. No problem.
oh, are you going hunting now?
Well, she wanted to help me with my archery plus like girl time.
Just remember, killing an albatross is bad luck.
For the albatross, and she
Yeah.
casts fly on herself and takes off.
Yanni's chasing after her with 120 feet of movement a turn.
Oh, you can absolutely keep up with her on the ground, but it's she only gains an advantage because flying.
quick question, Yanni. Does Yanni look happy with like going off with her and stuff and all that?
This is the happiest she's been so far. Mostly because like she has an elf friend.
Yeah, in that case, yeah, Jethro's going to kind of like just kind of stand there and let you two go off on your own for girl time stuff.
Actually,
Just-
Patrice thinks it's a race, and she's gonna go off with them.
All right, Patry wins.
Oh, no, Patrick gave him a head start to make it challenging.
Patrice
Also-
gave them
oh
a
my-
handicap.
Jethro, didn't you say you get severe bouts of pain if you're too far away from Yenny?
Yeah, I did. Oh no. Jethro's going
He currently does not have that headband on, so she
Okay.
cannot.
Not nearly as fast as anyone else. Jethro's going to start running after him.
Right. Good luck on the hunt. I look over at Tulshan. I thought albatrosses were like marine birds. I mean, they're usually at sea, right?
Normally.
Huh. Right. Well, anyway.
Bernie, are
I
you
did-
able to read my mind with your telepathy?
If I really want to, I can try to read it a little bit, but I don't normally feel the need to try that.
I would recommend you do so at this moment, just to see what I read from Yanni's book. I'm not speaking the words aloud.
Okay, I'll use my one of my 2 times per day abilities to use detect thoughts.
And she's just basically thinking over that passage that she was able to read from that book of this Tarek, the Argon Trust, and then realizing that is the long arm of King Dwendal himself.
Right. Now to figure out what sort of connection that all has.
Indeed.
What?
But
What are you talking about?
Staring at each
Something-
other.
something that shouldn't be said aloud.
I'll look over to Miriam and telepathically relay it to him.
Oh, dear.
Something to keep an eye out on.
Right.
The benefits of being able to read all languages.
I'm going to be honest, it feels like sometime the Raven Queen just likes to mess with us.
I believe it. But let's go see Zara as we think on this and keep
Right.
an eye on anything that's suspicious from that.
Indeed. And maybe at some point you could do a sending to Commander Dark Tower.
I'd rather first read that book before making a conclusion.
Yes, I didn't mean in regards to a conclusion, but I think it would be wise to keep him in the loop on this particular thing.
Yes.
as with most things, really. Right.
Walking to zero.
Alrighty. So, is there anything you want to actually roleplay through giving her, or are you just giving her tales and information as to what the fuck's been going on around here?
Tales, information, and then probably after asking for like kind of like a vow of secrecy to not like spread the word of this would, and if she accepts, is would be the information that singularities are being rediscovered.
I was actually, gonna also bring up, hey, do you know what this is? Kind of thing.
And if she accepts, just like kind of go through the method of these are the ones that we know have been found of so far.
I know. Yeah. Once they start to bring up like the singularities and stuff, I'll ask you to like hold back a little bit and telepathically say to both of you, just, we don't need to go spread this too much, but
Better that she knows about them being rediscovered than to be blindsided.
right. But I think it's better that we just try to facilitate a bit of reintegration into the world, especially with Singorn. Yeah.
No, that's
Out of game, the kind of thing I was sort of looking to do was to maybe attempt another try at the diplomacy check we failed the first time. Or
fair.
a persuasion check.
Do you really want to try that when we're about to steal their champion?
Not stealing the champion.
It's
We're
what we're going to be
borrowing.
blamed for.
Well, sure.
We're taking
made
the
a
chosen one.
choice.
Bye.
But not the magic sword.
Your chosen one is taking us by.
All right. So, you go into your long explanation. Clarify, please. Are you giving her the information like, hey, are you aware of the singularities? Are you presenting that information?
Yeah, okay. Let's do it.
I think we should ask because they knew who Vorvik was by his official title.
Yeah.
Now it's a guarded secret before.
So, Zero will think for a moment. Singularis, maybe? It is a familiar thing to us. I've not personally held one myself, but Starrazor and its kindred blades were created for the purposes of protecting such things. The purpose of the vestiges and blade songs were to handle protecting the most powerful magic items and objects in the realm. At least this is what I
Right.
heard from my grandfather.
Well,
Oh, that's a long time ago.
yeah. If that's true, then I'd say you certainly have a role to play in the world, because things are happening and these singularities are popping up at different places. And if there is anything you can do, you and your people, to help safeguard them and keep them from the wrong hands, that would be very helpful. And whether or not you want them, there are allies available to you.
The singularities were supposed to have been ushered off this realm before the calamity came to its conclusion.
That may be, but I have one right here.
No.
Or at least part of one. And I'll just hold out the amulet a little bit.
I have one in my bag because it can't stay in one place.
And there are others. Some of which the Empire has gained access to.
We know one of our allies holds one that was found within the ruins of Draconia.
I think there is a greater thing at play here. If you say that your order of blade singers, you call it, were meant to protect these things, then whoever's... Well, we already know that this lich that we spoke of earlier is seeking them out, and he then rightly perceives you as a threat to his plans.
But he is of the belief all of us are dead. And
True.
our blade singers are all but extinct. The art is always passed down word of mouth. We've never written it anywhere.
Are there any other groves out there that might be hidden away?
There's one other blade singer who may still be alive. He went to go travel around the same time as Zast's father and her did. I shall reach out to him and ask for him to return.
Right.
If these objects are in grave danger of being wielded by the Zemnians, at minimum, if he is here, we can keep them safe. Our wards and barriers are strong enough that the level of magic needed to break through them is not accessible on our realm any longer.
That's good.
Well, you say that, but how can you be sure? You have been distanced from the rest of the world for quite a while. Things may have happened to change that.
One thing all of us are capable of doing, even if we cannot perform the blade song, is to see what it does to the weave. The weave that protects the flow of magic. The magic needed to break through this is more than can flow through magic. It cannot pass through the weave. The only reason they got in here the first time, despite all of their mages, was us believing them.
Right.
Would the singularities be able to bypass that?
Can I make an Arcana check based on for that?
Go ahead.
I'd like to give myself a session advantage on that. $21.
So, it is reasonable. One of the reasons the Lyceum is as fortified as it is first off, you are fully aware that it has a special little something there protecting it. However, the magic in place happened before the weave was created. And if it was as easy as dispelling it or finding where it is to break through into it, then you imagine Trent would have done that by now. You know that there are magics that predate the calamity, and because of that, the weave was able to congregate enough magic to keep it safe. Now, I mean, you can't currently think of a way to bypass that amount of magic. I mean, you couldn't take this down.
Right. From what we've seen of the other singularities, could they theoretically?
Have any of them left magic completely moot? Because this is a barrier.
I don't remember. Maybe the chaos one, but okay.
Actually, on a 21, the transmute one, maybe.
Ooh. Like take the magic and turn it onto something else?
Because the transmute one doesn't pull forth new magic, it alters what exists.
That's one of the ones the Empire has. Great.
And you left with one particular individual.
Archmage of Diplomacy.
Right. Unfortunately, from my studies and what of the weave and what I've seen these artifacts capable of, I can think of at least one of them. The singularity of it was transmutation, right? Augmentation.
Transmutation.
Transmutation could take the very magic of this shield and funnel it elsewhere, causing it to fail.
Transmuta.
And that singularity is currently in the hands of Archmage of Diplomacy.
Inside the Empire. The transmuter singularity. Found within the ruins of Schottengrad. If I remember correctly, Joey, correct me if I'm wrong on
No,
that.
you're correct. Yeah.
Just as the Chaos one was found in there as well. We really need to go dive into that ruin and find out if there's any more in there.
Yeah.
It's worth a while to revisit the place. But, well, Zero, so you see that there are certain challenges that we face and that you face simply for being part of this world, even though you've, I suppose, tried not to. And I think that with Trent still being an active force in the world, and the things that they now have at their disposal, you cannot simply sit idly here. I'm not saying you go out rashly into the world or anything, but I really, really think that you should make connections with your kinsfolk in Singorn and other enclaves of the elves, and maybe you can reintegrate yourself and integrate them into your cultures and can learn from each other, and that would be of great help to everyone, I think.
Persuasion, Bernie. Oh, sorry. Didn't know you weren't done. I apologize.
There you go. And perhaps your your order of blade singers doesn't need to be so close to extinction. Yep. I'll use session inspiration.
All right.
Damn it.
They haven't been contacted by Singorn yet, right?
Not yet, no.
Okay, let's hope I can roll above a 5 this time.
Well, go with number 6.
Come on, charisma boy.
Oh, god damn it.
You rolled above a 5.
It's
Yeah,
above a
yeah,
5.
just barely. Ugh.
And unfortunately,
I
it's
need
too
to
late for
take-
anybody helping, because You did almost all of the talking on this.
Yeah, I need to get some proficiency in that, I think.
Some Kurt juice going.
Kurt,
Yeah.
how do you make people do what you want? Just when it's the right thing. Like
That I was about to say that first one sounds like a self-help book that Kurt would have written.
maybe one day.
I just tell people what to do.
Yeah. That's why you're in the military. You don't have to be charismatic. Fucking listen. Just... Anyways. She'll hear your words and...
Ignore them.
No. Let me finish, please. Thank you.
Sorry.
I'll smack her.
Oh, Jesus.
Listen to me, woman.
Oh, God.
All right. She listens to your words. You can see her having an internal battle with all of this. You know, personally, I am not ready to put my people out there. We are still trying to recover, and elves have a very difficult and long path in order to reproduce and re-educate. However, if we can reconnect with Singorn, if our remaining Blade Singer chooses to educate, and people rally, I have to support my people in their goal.
Right.
And if that transmuter is taken away from their grasps and you can grant it to us, we will be more than happy to harbor any artifacts from them. By us not joining into the fight, we can be a very worthwhile ally in means of secrets being held and things being hidden from them.
Of course.
If you want, well, I can let you know the ones that we've come across so far. The Chaos Orb, as we've so called it, that has various effects, but seems to give you a chance to try something again. The Transmuter Singularity, which we've had personal experience with. One that we refer to as the Control Singularity that has 3 beings sealed inside of it. The one that Buran has in a necklace, one of time, and then this one that was within the temple of my god for who knows how long, that we referring to as the Reality Singularity, that can merge 2 planes together so long as it stays in one area.
The one you have is of time, but it is smaller than what they are supposed to be. They're supposed to be graspable.
It is fractured. And there is an entity bound to it. Or if this entity is the singularity, it could very well be as well. I don't know, but I've interacted with it once. And it took some time from my life in order to change the possible outcome of a situation.
You say there's an entity in it.
Yes, well, that's really the only
Who
term
told
I
you
can use
this?
to describe it. No one told it to me. I used it.
Oh,
I learned it firsthand.
that's impossible.
What do you mean? I've used several of the singularities myself.
Why is it impossible?
Because those artifacts were created by the sacrifice of originals. And as such, not all of those originals did so out of the goodness of their hearts. They did it for their own greed and purpose.
Yeah.
However,
Right. Yeah.
the ability to speak to something that doesn't exist is not... It's not something that should be. You should not be able to speak to something that no longer exists.
Well, be that as it may, I did. And, this might give you a clearer answer to it. You see, the three of us have quite recently come to learn that...
We swore something very specifically against what you're about to do. Remember?
Right.
I don't care. I thought that was just meant to not mention the collective. I'm trying
for DM.
Yeah, I need to be very clear on that, because I don't think we... what was it?
I don't think
Bernie does love to spill the tea.
We know Bernie's the biggest gossip in the group.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
because I don't think we promised not to mention to others that we were fate touched. I believe we only mentioned not to mention about the collective.
We swore not to refer to the collective and what we discussed with them, with us being artificial fate touched. That's it, I think.
Right.
Well, she'll look over at you, Toshe. You've handled them. You haven't heard anything, correct?
No, but I was cursed by one of them for some time.
Probably one of the malicious ones, but...
It was the transmuters. It has the ability to reverse one's outlook on life. If you're naturally inclined towards evil tendencies, you'll then be forced to do good ones. Good, bad. I don't know about those in the middle.
Right. And Miriam, what was that one we found in Draconia again? The one with... it had... Wasn't it an angel trapped inside or something? A celestial?
It was, from our understanding, it was created as a weapon to trap beings of greater power. And as such, one of them that is currently there, apparently a war celestial from the calamity.
I thought it was before that, actually.
Was it?
Age of Arcanum.
Oh, so it was a celestial from the Age of Arcanum, not the calamity. Okay.
Yeah. Wait, the celestial that you were warned if it's released can, like, it will be in its
The one in the
range?
pyramid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was the calamity because it was fighting during the calamity. That's
Okay,
why it's
that's
so
why I thought.
bloodthirsty. It's still in angel rage mode, you know.
Yeah.
And every chance I get, I cast legend lore on the singularities that we find. Like this one, the reality one that showed groups of goblins, bugbears going over to a red-haired individual. And when they go there, they transform into different things. Some were turned into wee folk, others into elves. As they separated into different categories and living their lives, a group of them came together and imbued power into different objects, taking different shapes. What other ones were blurred out, but I saw this one, and with the creation of it, it aged those who were involved making it, gaining crow's feet, wrinkles. Then I had a feeling like a new concept had been introduced.
There's much information about this that I am not aware of. However, she'll look over at you, Bernie. Are you sure you heard a voice?
Yes.
That goes against everything I was taught about them.
With the time shenanigans, do we still have that memory of that individual shared between us?
No, that was only Bernie. Bernie's the only one who's ever seen any entity, anything.
Well, no, because I'm referring to before the time shenanigans of the future being shown. We had done modify memory, share memory, through with Miriam. I'm wondering if that.
We did
That
the
sort of-
encode thoughts.
Oh,
and we
yeah.
should-
But that was before the time loop, right?
Right, that was before
So
that.
you guys don't have it anymore.
Just making sure before I said something that was wrong.
So I'm not sure. To be
Right.
honest, it sounds fable to me. I do not want to call you a liar, of course. I have no means to do that. It's just, how can you speak to something that no longer exists? That's strange.
It is, but we live in strange times, it seems. And strange things have happened before in the world. And I'm certain they will again. I can't give you many clear answers myself, but there are some who can. But if you want those answers, you will have to risk retaking your place in the world. And yeah, I think that starts with Singorn, as you said. Just be aware that not everyone has the can afford to take as much time as you elves.
It is a unfortunate feature of our people that we quite often forget most individuals will not live as long as us and experience time differently.
Right.
So, at the end of this conversation, we'll go over to Yanni, Patry, and Zast, and I believe Jethro.
Jethro now too.
Yep. All of
Yanni.
you climbing and heaving your way up a different mountain. See everyone? It's an albatross. Well,
There's been
nest. I don't want to take 5 minutes to read your guys' entire conversation while...
Yanni watches in horror as Patrick charges the nest and starts punching all the birds.
So-
punches the eggs.
It looks to be baby Vrox, not an albatross.
Oh no.
Yeah, Yanni doesn't have her circlet on, so she's not very smart right now.
And
And-
Patry versus baby rocks, Patry wins. You beat all of the chicks into submission.
And due to circumstances, Jethro it somehow ends up near there, covered in tree sap and down feathers. You know, like the feathers birds shed. So he looks like a giant bird right now.
Rocks, R-O-C.
Right.
Rocks, not rocks. Rocks.
They
No.
grow to very
Just-
giant-sized birds.
Just some puppy demons up there.
Yeah. Well, looks like we got plenty to eat then, and she'll go over and cast levitate to pick up a couple of the carcasses and head back over.
Jesus,
No, it's never being born.
that's fucked up.
What? This is good food. Can't let it go to waste. It's dead.
Hell yeah!
Finally, I've caught up to you all.
I've never seen so many feathers ever. What is that?
I finally caught up to you all.
Patrick is talking.
After he just punches Jethro.
Oh no! Oh god!
Anyways, she will use her levitate to bring two of the carcasses and herself back. If anybody wants to pick up the other two, feel free.
I got it.
Just
What's
for
your
the sake of
strength
humor,
score?
can we say that
Patry, what's your strength score?
It is I want to say it's a 15. Yeah, it's a 15.
Okay, so you can drag it along with you as you're moving.
out of humor, can we say that one of the things that was picked up is Jethro, who got knocked out by Patry and is getting dragged because, you know, giant bird carcass?
That's up to Patry.
Absolutely.
Alrighty. So, as you all make your way over to the other side, make my way. You all look over as your companions come back, and they have a total of 3 dead birds of some variety. Very large birds.
I have a book of monstrosities. Would rocks be in there?
Probably. Roll a nature check. Oh yeah, those are rock younglings, hatchlings.
Are those rocks?
No, they're albatross.
No, those are baby rocks.
What?
No, these aren't stones.
I hold up the picture of what they grow up to be.
Oh, that's so beautiful. How do you think it tastes?
Oh, that's so
How-
cool.
How far away was that nest?
Just right over there. Points at a mountain you can see within eyesight.
Joy, I would like to look for a giant shadow coming across the sky.
Perception check.
Yeah, I am too.
That's 10.
I got 20.
Miriam, you're not sure. And that's terrifying. Tosha, you're sure. It's not currently hunting all of you.
It's not currently hunting us.
Well, we've had rock before for dinner. It was quite nice.
Yanni catching up, dragging a giant bird and a bag of eggs.
And you took its eggs.
She doesn't have a shirt on.
Okay, first
How
order of
long
business.
until the boat?
That's
You
one
got a
big
couple of
omelet.
hours.
Oh no.
Yeah, one omelet is more than a meal for each of you. One egg is one omelet, more than a meal.
Okay, I can see 3
Hey.
courses of plan.
Tulsa, do you know a bit about like nature and animals and stuff, right?
Yes.
Have you ever heard of anyone being able to domesticate rocks?
Have I?
Miriam, based off your nature check, because you have a book on them, they are undomesticatable creatures.
They are not domesticatable. They will eat you before they will listen to you.
Right. Well, sure. Omelette is omelette. It is then.
One of the chicklings begins coming out of unconsciousness.
I'm going on with them.
Stay down.
Hey, why is Jethro talking like that?
What? Jethro, he didn't come with us.
Didn't he?
You
No, he said he-
all of you with positive passives, Jethro.
Yeah, that's Jethro right there.
After a double take.
Feathers and sap and has wings.
Jethro, I didn't know that you were a feather furry.
We are not introducing that into this universe.
I hope this doesn't unlock something.
You now know your prestige class.
Druid. His prestige class is Druid.
Hey, Yanni, are you into that kind of thing?
What? No.
Are you into...
Into what? Ew, it's all sticky. Now I was wondering why the bird was sticky and drops it.
What? What?
I just put like a get up, Jethro, and a healing word.
I'm gonna prestidigitation the tar and feathers off of him.
Be sad, but it's the same difference.
It's just natural tar.
Oh, what happened? I remember chasing and then falling, and then flying, and then falling again.
You went full bird.
You got patried.
I don't.
Why'd
I don't
you
know
dress
what
up
that
like
means.
a bird, dude?
I don't know what you're talking. Why are there all these feathers? What are those? Looks at the giant birds.
One's head right next to you, just the tongue bigger than your face sitting out of its mouth.
I've never seen something more fascinating and horrible in my life when Patry charged those baby birds and started punching and screaming. That's what you get for being born.
That's horrifying.
So, over about 20 feet or so, you all see a very large, blazing flame erupt. Okay. I started the bonfire for you.
Okay. I can see a few options. It's too late to bring back the ones that are already dead, but we could swing by, drop the eggs off. That should mitigate any rock flying after us.
Joey, with that 24, does it tell me the nature of, like, if you attack their young?
Death be upon all that go against its youngling.
No, we already have a death sentence.
Not with that attitude.
Well, it's we're probably going to draw its attention by are we roasting them? I mean, the smell would probably be
Intoxicating.
oh, most likely, yes. But well, I mean, we couldn't handle a rock, of course.
Maybe we can.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start preparing the wings. I think they rock. Get it, guys?
That's a good one.
That one wasn't funny.
It was a good one, yes.
I'm
I like
sorry, I don't have my circlet on, so thinking's cloudy. I'm just gonna put
Oh.
I'm just
know,
gonna
maybe
go
if
ahead
we
and
put-
surround us in a private sanctum, just to be safe, so we don't get murdered while we cook.
Maybe if we put the circlet on one of the eggs, it can be domesticated later when it hatches
Oh
or
my
something.
Jesus.
19 intelligence rock.
Huh.
You murdered my family.
I feel like you'd have to. I feel like you need to make one that has a cursed effect that once you put it on, it automatically attunes.
As a doctor and a wizard, that's bullshit, right?
I mean, There's some weird magics out there, but yeah, more or less bullshit.
I don't mean to shoot down your creativity, Bernie, but that's not how magic works.
Well, apparently we've just learned that we don't necessarily know how magic works. Or at least that's sort of the implication.
Oh, did they give you the spiel? And she's like eating part of like the chicken, the rock already that she was roasting. Did they give you that spiel about like magic being like a foreign thing at your control?
Something like that.
Hey, just a second, kind of.
I'll have a leg of that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
wait, before that, Jethro takes out some good rotisserie sort of spice and just starts kind of helping flavor it.
Good Cajun rub on it.
Yeah.
So you guys are plucking and deheading and deorganizing these birds?
Yeah. Okay. This is after Jethro cleans up, of course. But yeah.
All right, cooking checks from the two of you that are always doing your cook-off.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna be preparing giant wings, guys. Unless you want to have the legs looking at Jeffers.
While they're doing that, I want to run into back into the village and see if I can just purchase some basic things.
Sure. What basic things are you looking for?
Like a couple of hunting traps and some spears.
They do not have metal tools.
Okay.
So the hunting trap is a no.
Okay.
Or sorry. The hunting trap that you would envision, Mr. City Boy, is a no. However, they will show you a variety of different traps they have made out of different various forms of twigs and straw and things like that. This is good for catching rabbits. This is good for catching squirrels. This is good for catching birds. This is good for catching fish. Like, things like that.
Well, I'm thinking birds, but maybe that's a bit too small. But I'll just have some wooden poles then, and I'll sharpen them myself.
Oh, they have spears.
Oh, great! Thanks.
Yeah, spears are fine. They're all, stone spears. Remarkably well made, though. So, yes, if you want some, we can spare some. Just please give us something in return.
Okay. Right. Well, I suppose you can have this old thing, and I'll lift up my old battle axe, and just look at it, sort of like, you've served me well. I think this one will serve you well also.
Oh, yes, this would be very good for cutting down trees.
Oh yeah, it's better for cutting down. Trees. That's fair.
Well, good trade. Enjoy.
Well, yeah, thanks. So I'll just take like 3 spears or something.
Yeah. They're not a monetary community. They just go, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Joey, what attribute for the cooking check?
What attribute for the cooking check? This is going to be wisdom to figure out how to cook this exotic monstrosity. Jethro, 17. Did you roll wisdom?
It was wisdom, yes.
Okay. So, the thing about legs, Jethro, when you're cooking them, oddly enough, fully matured birds are a lot better for legs because they get more meat from walking, flying, things like that, not just sitting around doing nothing. The wings, however, they're very tender and there's very little plucking to be had. But the wings do taste notably better than the legs. Would have been better if you had a older rock to cook with.
Where are we gonna get one of those?
In the distance, we hear a cry.
For those who can understand, I was like, my kids!
Oh no, it's the Great Rock, known as. What's that food delivery company? Fuck, I almost had it. I was about to say Uber, but then
Uber delivers food.
DoorDash.
DoorDash.
It's
Thank
DoorDash.
you.
That's copyright. It's booze lifts. I don't know.
Uber.
Boulder
is-
Dash.
Dash mates.
Uber.
Dashmates. Yeah. I like
In
Dashmates.
Zemnian, they call him Uberhausen.
Ustausten. Just call it Du hast. Anyways, so
Uhasmich?
nighttime rolls around, everybody, and congratulations, the boat reappears yet again, and you all get to venture onto it.
This is our method of transit.
That is so cool.
Yeah,
I
I'm not
know,
quite used to it
right?
either, but
What were you saying?
I just wanted to, before, if we had some, like, a couple of hours or something, I just wanted to make, like, at the end of the spears, make a hole that goes sort of through the end of the shaft, so that I can thread a rope through it.
You want to make a harpoon?
Sort of.
Okay. You make a harpoon. Survival check. Let's see how good this is.
Yeah. Bernie has an idea.
I mean, it's
He's
not
not sure
very
it's good.
difficult to craft, so you craft it.
All right. He looks very self-satisfied as he sits there, just whittling away at the at the shaft.
Jesus.
Bernie, do you need help working those shafts?
No, I can handle the shafts just fine myself.
Vadimchi.
What?
I cast Create and Destroy Water on both of them.
That's a rather long shaft.
I add Patrick to the mix. Just cold water on all three of them.
I'm gonna look at.
Well, I have 3 now, and I've made a hole at each at the end of them.
Well, make sure you use a firm grip to really kind of hold on to it, you know?
Zast will lean closer to Yanni and whisper, "Do they realize they're making euphemisms, or is that intentional?"
I don't know. I have to take this.
Did I
circlet
just
off.
get on a ship with a bunch of perverts?
Kind of. Is it? Can I take one of these? Can I get in your village real quick for a minute? I heard elves sell really nice arrows,
Oh, you want some arrows?
like some really nice ones.
Sure.
Can I take one of the? I mean, the rocks are going to go bad that we're not eating anyway. So can I take a few of those and give them to them as a trade?
Oh, absolutely. Don't mention that I'm on the ship, though. I didn't tell them I'm leaving, so.
Oh, I don't know how I'm going to get in there.
Ask.
Okay, Yanni's going to be like, I'm going to be right back carrying 2 of the corpses.
Oh, are you curious to know what kind of
Elf girls can have smaller shafts.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
I'm talking about arrows. Calm down.
Yanni, you get over to the barrier and bung, bung, bung. Moment later, one of the guards shows up and pops his head through. You didn't see him in front of you beforehand. Yes?
Come to trade? Parlay. Parlay, that's a word.
What do you offer?
Looks at the 2 giant bird corpses she has in her hands and like lifts them up a little.
We were specifically not killing them because it would incur the wrath of the rock that lives over there. He looks from side to side.
Well, we can't
What
change
is it
that.
you want?
Arrows. Nice ones. Very nice ones.
Sure, I'll get some nice arrows. 10
2 rocks, 10 arrows.
nice arrows.
15
Persuasion.
things Yanni's good at. Yeah, she'll give a smile with it. Ooh, what'd I get? 18? 20.
Hold
I could only get 13 of them.
Deal.
And he'll go back inside, and you wait there, and wait there. Then he comes out with this large barrel he pushes out and helps you put it there and cover it with a blanket and pulls it back in, and then comes back out and offers you a quiver. There you go.
So, what level arrows are these? Like +1 or?
These
They're
are
nice.
not
They're
+1
gold-
arrows.
They're gold tipped.
No, they're slaying arrows that they've been making.
Oh shit!
Arrows of slaying? Like, what are they meant for slaying? Because those are like very specific.
5 of them are human slaying.
Oh,
Human.
That makes sense.
3 of them are beast slaying.
Okay, let me. Okay, 5. Gotcha.
3 of them are monstrosity slaying.
Okay.
And the last 2 are of elven slaying.
wow.
Yikes. Okay, so let me get this straight. 5 humanoid,
Mhm.
5 beast, 2 elven, and 3 monstrosity.
Yep.
Gotcha. Cool.
Isn't it great going to these places that aren't like developed? They're like, wow, necessities have cool shit. It's honestly been lying around for like 100 years and they just never thought to use it.
Also, you've just been waiting for someone to show up at the Pallet Grove.
Yeah. Well, now they're out of their slaying arrows.
They can always make more.
So, back up onto the ship, everybody.
Yep.
I need a
Welcome
survival
aboard.
check from one of you.
I'll do it if anyone wants to assist.
And yeah, I'll ask Muriel this time. If would you like me to take hold of the anchor?
And you attune to it?
Well, no, not right now, but I can still wield it in order to steer the ship, right?
Joey, whoever's attuning the anchor controls the ship, right?
If you're attuned to it, you control the ship. Only the person attuned can do it.
Right.
No, just because we did go through the thing with the ship once before when we passed over the mountains from the Empire over to the Menagerie Coast. When we flew by the Empire outpost, in the mountains.
Yeah.
Right.
And Bernie was controlling the ship then.
And you
He
weren't
was at the
attuned?
helm.
Yeah, and I wasn't attuned to the anchor.
Oh, the attuned is to summon the ship.
Okay.
And then the object can... Yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry, it's a complicated ship. Yeah, the object can control its direction, like how it is facing and where it's moving, but the attuned creature can summon it into the area and dismiss it.
Okay. Yes, Bernie, you can fly the ship for tonight. I would stay up with you so I could learn how to actually pilot this thing.
Right. Sure. I mean, I'm no expert at flying ships at all, but I know
You
regular
are an expert
ships.
at boats.
Well, sure. Yeah, I am a sailor.
Same thing, just a boat in the sky.
Sort of, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at.
Hey, I consider myself a fast learner.
Yeah, you're certainly fast, and you probably have much to learn as well.
This is going to be so much fun.
And don't worry, Miriam and I are beacons of sanity in this group.
Don't flatter yourself too much, Dulce.
My previous plan of getting past the guards still stands.
Right. But I think we're just going to head sort of straight north, rather. If we can swing on I think we'll take the western side of at least those two big peaks ahead, and then we can swing. So yeah, go around like this way, and then go down towards over here.
All right. You all have a very good idea about the direction you are going to be venturing, and when we come back next week? Yes, next week, not the week after that. We'll actually, hopefully, be able to get to your destination finally. Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Ooh, should we roll for